I want to show you something about General Antonio Luna. In 1899, while the Philippine-American War raged across the islands, the American forces didn't just fear the Filipino resistance, they feared one man in particular. Luna wasn't the president, wasn't the richest, wasn't even the most popular, but he was the most dangerous. And here's what's interesting. His own government feared him too. Antonio Luna spent years in Europe studying military science, chemistry, and warfare. He learned from the best military academies on the continent. And when revolution broke out in the Philippines in 1896, he made a choice: return home and fight. By 1899, he was appointed commanding general of the Philippine Revolutionary Army. What you're seeing here is a man who understood modern warfare. Facing an army that still fought like guerrillas, Luna immediately started building something the Philippines had never had: a professional military. Look at this. He standardized training, built fortifications, established military academies, and drilled soldiers relentlessly. He studied American tactics and created counter-strategies. His soldiers learned to march in formation, follow orders without question, and operate as a unified force. This wasn't a ragtag militia anymore. And that's because Luna demanded European-level discipline in a tropical revolution. But here's where it gets complicated. Luna didn't just train soldiers, he punished them. Officers who arrived late were arrested. Commanders who disobeyed were court-martialed. Soldiers who broke rank were flogged. His standards were uncompromising, and many officers, especially those with political connections, began to hate him. They called him arrogant, hot-tempered, a tyrant, and they weren't entirely wrong. The conflict wasn't just with the Americans. Luna clashed constantly with other commanders, men who had fought longer, had more loyalty from their troops, and resented this European-educated general telling them what to do. There's this moment where Luna arrested one of President Aguinaldo's favorites for cowardice. Another time, he publicly humiliated officers who retreated without orders. The revolutionary government was fracturing, and Luna's iron discipline was the wedge. And when you look at what happened next, it becomes clear. Luna's reforms were working against the Americans, but his personality was creating enemies faster than battles could. Rival commanders whispered to Aguinaldo. Politicians plotted. The very discipline that made Luna effective made him vulnerable. In June 1899, Luna received orders to meet President Aguinaldo in Cabanatuan. He went, surrounded by men who smiled at him. And in the end, Luna's most dangerous enemies were not across the battlefield, but within his own government. On June 5, 1899, Antonio Luna walked into that meeting. What happened next would change the course of Philippine history and reveal the true cost of demanding discipline in the middle of chaos. But that's a story for another time.